We are all familiar with the I Have a Dream speech given by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at the Lincoln Memorial as part of the March on Washington in 1963. This speech was one of many protests and boycotts orchestrated by Dr. King that led to a turning point in race relations in America. Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia. He grew up in a comfortable home in a prosperous neighborhood. Both his father and grandfather were Baptist ministers. King was an intelligent child and was admitted to Morehouse College at age 15. His intention was to study medicine or law. It was in his senior year at Morehouse that his unease with racial segregation led him to enter the ministry and begin his fight against racial injustice. A major belief of his movement was the emphasis on the importance of nonviolent protest. Even when his persecutors used brutality and force, Dr. King insisted his followers avoid violence. This requirement earned the civil rights movement a level of respect and recognition during a turbulent time in America. Dr. King was also able to bring publicity to major civil rights activities. He became the spokesperson for the Montgomery bus boycott, resulting in the integration of public buses. He was jailed in Birmingham for using marches, sit-ins, and boycotts to protest segregation, unfair hiring practices, and other social injustices in the highly segregated city. He participated in the March from Selma to Montgomery in support of the right for African Americans to register to vote. He supported the Memphis sanitation workers strike and traveled to that city to speak out in support of a second march by these workers. Dr. King's leadership of the African American civil rights movement resulted in the passage of a notable legislation, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Voting Rights Act of 1965, and the Fair Housing Act of 1968. On April 4th, 1968, while standing outside of the balcony of his room at the Lorraine Hotel in Memphis, Tennessee, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. He had a genuine desire for the country to come together and bring greater equality to all Americans. We can only imagine what else he may have accomplished had he been able to continue fighting for liberty and justice for all.